Sega.
Hello everybody and welcome to our Grombrindal the White Dwarf spotlight video for Total War Warhammer. Now Grombrindal is a brand new legendary lord for the Dwarfs, and we're going to be going through some of his traits and skills and quest battles throughout this video. But first off, we're going to check out the beginning of his campaign.
Hail to you, Grombrindal, ancestor of legend. You have secured Karazakarak, defended it from the green-skinned fiends, and put their gutless horde to rout. Yet more remains undone. The bloody spears still infest the mountains to the east, setting up their hovels amidst your sacred pillars. Dwarfen lands lay sullied by their sickening taint. You must be the hero of the ancient sagas, and march for their deliverance. To the south, yet more vicious Urki and Groby lay ready to strike at your kin. Perhaps even the loathsome Black Goblin. Know that there are other dwarfen lords who would gladly ally with one so legendary as you, for common cause. The dwarfs will know a new age of prosperity, heralded by the battle cry of Grombrindal, the White Dwarf.
So as per usual, Grombrindal starts at Karazakarak. Now let's take a quick look at his skill tree.
The dwarfs need me.
So Grombrindal actually comes complete with 4 quest chains, and I thought I'd take a quick look at some of his speeches during these battles. First up is the quest for the Armor of Glimmeral Scales versus Chaos.
Wazak! You slime-worshipping Umgi filth merchant! Get your ass in that pit reptile over here!
And then we have the quest for the Rune Axe of Grombrindal, which as you can see is a really powerful axe that will reduce the upkeep of your army and gives you an augment during battles.
I promised Grimnir there'd be a mighty tally, and I ain't one for breaking such an oath. So come on, let's have 'em!
Then we have the quest for the Cloak of Valea, which will heavily reduce vampiric and chaos corruption in the local region.
Well, I see you, scum, and by Valea's cloak, I'll have every last rotten one of you back in that ground, pushing up your tombstones!
I think that one's actually probably the hardest quest battle I've ever played. Next up we have the quest for the Rune Helm of Zufbar.
Let us record great deeds this day, and give these Urki scum a right royal hammering!
Grombrindal is quickly becoming one of my favourite lords for how he likes to talk smack at the beginning of his battles. Not a quest battle but a unique skill, we have the Time of the Ancestors. Available at rank 10, this will reduce the time between each passing of the Living Ancestor event, which we'll get to in a moment. Scrolling on, we can see some different additions to his skill tree. For instance, we have Flash Bomb at the end of the battle effects. Now Flash Bomb is a very cool hex that basically covers the enemy in smoke, lowering their melee defense leadership and speed, allowing you to cut them down really quick. However, it's quite interesting, it's got a fairly long cooldown time. It can only cool down if Grombrindal is engaged in melee. Also, because it's at the end of the battle effects chain, it'll take you roughly around 10 skill points just to get it. Now down toward the campaign effects, this is where Grombrindal really shines. He has Ancient Acumen, which gives plus 3 unit experience for all new recruits. Eager Kin, which gives minus 15% for land units. Absolutely Relentless, which gives plus 15% campaign movement range. Get Up, which gives a 6% increase to casualty replenishment rate. The White Dwarf's Call, which gives you an extra recruitment slot. And Lightning Strike, which of course lets you ignore enemy reinforcements. It's worth noting that while these are very powerful skills, you'll be spending all of your skill points in it to get all of these benefits, and on top of that, you'll have to spend another 10 to just get the Flash Bomb, so you'll be heavily ignoring most of the skills that Grombrindal has if you're trying to get all of his campaign traits. Next we have Grombrindal's unique Living Ancestor event. Every few turns or so you'll receive a dilemma that will give you positive effects on the campaign, but you'll have to choose which of these you want in order to best suit the current situation you're in. These range from battle effects such as Grimnir's Strength, giving you melee bonuses, Valyr's Protection, which gives you kind of like campaign reductions in corruption, the White Dwarf, which will give you direct effects to Grombrindal himself, and the Apprentice of Grungi, which will vastly improve the speed of your technology and improve your economy faction-wide. I was recently playing a fun Siege multiplayer battle with CA Dogbert where he was playing a Scarsnake under the Greenskins, and I defending a Carrack as Grombrindal under the Dwarfs. This battle was extremely close and down to the wire. mainly because of mistakes on both of our parts, but also because of Grombrindal's amazing flash bomb ability, turning the tide at the last second. Toward the end of the battle here, we have Grombrindal right in the thick of it against a regiment of renowned unit of Crimson Killers. Now these guys are black orcs, they're very powerful, and Grombrindal is going toe to toe with them. Now, he is about to die, he's very low on health, and this was right toward the end of the battle where we were very 50-50 in the battle odds. But I had to get him in combat because I needed his flash bomb ability to cool down. It only cools down if he's engaged in melee. As you can see, his hit points are tumbling down to 400, but we just about got it in time, just as Grombrindal was about to break, and then the mass rout began to happen on Dogbird's side. The -8 leadership combined with the -76% speed and the -34 melee defense all combined together to just have the rest of his army rout. Now Skarsnik is actually still over in a corner fighting, which is why the odds are remaining the same, but essentially Dogbert just lost control of all of his remaining units. And eventually I was able to get the victory once Skarsnik was killed. So I thought it was actually a great example of how Grombrindal can actually be used in combat. And he amassed himself over 180 kills, most of them were actually black orcs. So he is definitely not one to trifle with. Anyway guys, that's it for this Grombrindal spotlight video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get Grombrindal for yourself, click the more info button on screen now or check the description to find out how you can get it in your particular region. For more information and videos on Total War, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow us on social media.